Welcome to this National Real Estate License Exam Review, an essential step in getting ready to pass your exam. Powered by Birdsey, your AI study partner that helps you master tricky concepts and practice smarter. In this video, we'll cover contracts, general principles of agency, key practices of real estate, and more. Be sure to like and subscribe for more exam prep, and don't miss what's happening in the lower corner. It could be key to passing your exam. Let's get started.
Contracts. Elements of a valid contract: offer, acceptance, consideration, capacity, legality. What is required for an offer to be considered valid in a contract? Is it A, clear and definite terms? B, acceptance by the offeree? C, consideration from both parties? Or D, legal capacity of the offerer? The answer is A, clear and definite terms. A valid offer must be clear, definite, and communicated to the offeree. It must express the offerer's intent to be bound by the terms if accepted. Which element of a contract ensures that both parties are exchanging something of value? Is it A, offer, B, acceptance, C, consideration, or D, legality? The answer is C, consideration. Consideration is the element that involves the exchange of something of value between the parties in a contract.
Have you noticed the code in the bottom corner? Next time you're stumped, take that code to birdsey.ai for immediate help and a free study session with Birdsey, your personal AI study partner. Plus, you'll get access to hundreds of additional questions, helping you move closer to passing your exam with confidence. The next time you're feeling unsure or stuck, give it a try.
What does the legality element of a contract ensure? Is it A, the contract is written? B, the parties have legal capacity? C, the contract is enforceable? Or D, the contract's purpose is lawful? The answer is D. The contract's purpose is lawful. Legality ensures that the contract's purpose and terms comply with the law and public policy. John offers to sell his car to Mary for $5,000. Mary accepts the offer, but wants to pay in installments. Is there a valid acceptance? Is it A, yes, because she agreed to buy the car? B, no, because she changed the payment terms? C, yes, because the price was agreed upon? Or D, no, because the offer must be in writing? The answer is B, no, because she changed the payment terms. Mary's acceptance with a change in terms, installments, is a counteroffer, not a valid acceptance of John's original offer. If a minor enters into a contract, what is the status of that contract? Is it A, valid and enforceable? B, void from the start? C, voidable at the minor's discretion? Or D, enforceable only if in writing? The answer is C, voidable at the minor's discretion. Why this question may seem a bit tricky: minors generally lack capacity, making contracts voidable at their discretion, not automatically void. What is the primary purpose of the capacity element in a contract? Is it A, to ensure parties have the legal ability to contract? B, to ensure the contract is in writing? C, to ensure the contract is fair? Or D, to ensure the contract is enforceable? The answer is A, to ensure parties have the legal ability to contract. Capacity ensures that parties entering a contract have the legal ability to do so, meaning they are of sound mind and legal age. Which element of a contract involves the mutual agreement between parties? Is it A, offer, B, acceptance, C, consideration, or D, legality? The answer is B, acceptance. Acceptance is the element where one party agrees to the terms offered by the other, forming a mutual agreement. What does consideration in a contract refer to? Is it A, the legality of the contract, B, the acceptance of the offer, C, the exchange of value between parties, or D, the capacity of the parties? The answer is C, the exchange of value between parties. Consideration refers to the exchange of something of value between the parties involved in the contract. Alice, a 17-year-old, signs a contract to buy a car. What is the status of this contract? Is it A, valid and enforceable, B, void from the start, C, valid only if approved by a guardian, or D, voidable at the minor's discretion? The answer is D, voidable at the minor's discretion. Contracts with minors are typically voidable, meaning the minor can choose to void the contract. In a contract, what does the legality element ensure? Is it A, that the contract is in writing, B, that the contract's terms are lawful, C, that the contract is fair to both parties, or D, that the contract is enforceable? The answer is B, that the contract's terms are lawful. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, legality ensures that the contract's terms and purpose are lawful, not just the form or parties involved.
If you're finding this helpful, please take a minute to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more practice exams, useful tips, and complimentary study sessions with Birdsey.
Types of real estate contracts: listing agreements, purchase agreements, leases, options. What is the primary purpose of a listing agreement in real estate? Is it A, to authorize an agent to sell a property, B, to transfer ownership of a property, C, to provide a loan for purchasing a property, or D, to lease a property to a tenant? The answer is A, to authorize an agent to sell a property. A listing agreement authorizes a real estate agent to represent a seller in the sale of their property, outlining terms and conditions. Which type of real estate contract gives a potential buyer the right, but not the obligation, to purchase a property at a set price within a specific time frame? Is it A, lease agreement, B, option contract, C, purchase agreement, or D, listing agreement? The answer is B, option contract. An option contract allows a buyer to purchase a property at a predetermined price within a set period without obligation. What is a key characteristic of a purchase agreement in real estate? Is it A, it is non-binding, B, it is used to lease a property, C, it outlines terms for buying a property, or D, it is only used for commercial properties? The answer is C, it outlines terms for buying a property. A purchase agreement is a legally binding contract between a buyer and seller outlining the terms of a property sale. A tenant signs a lease agreement for an apartment. What is the primary obligation of the tenant under this contract? Is it A, maintain the property, B, renew the lease annually, C, provide insurance for the property, or D, pay rent as agreed? The answer is D, pay rent as agreed. A tenant's primary obligation under a lease agreement is to pay rent as agreed upon in the contract. In a real estate option contract, who is obligated to perform if the option is exercised? Is it A, the optionee, B, both parties, C, neither party, or D, the optionor? The answer is D, the optioner. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The optionee buyer is not obligated to buy, but if they choose to exercise the option, the optionor, seller, must sell. What is the primary function of a lease agreement in real estate? Is it A, to transfer property ownership, B, To establish terms for renting property. C. To list a property for sale. Or D. To provide a loan for property purchase. The answer is B. To establish terms for renting property. A lease agreement primarily outlines the terms under which a tenant rents property from a landlord, including duration and payment terms. A buyer signs a purchase agreement for a house but later decides not to proceed. What is the buyer's obligation under this contract? Is it A. The buyer can cancel without any penalty? B. The buyer must proceed with the purchase? C. The buyer may forfeit the earnest money deposit? Or D. The buyer can transfer the agreement to another party? The answer is C. The buyer may forfeit the earnest money deposit. A purchase agreement typically binds the buyer to complete the purchase or face penalties, such as forfeiting the earnest money deposit. In a real estate option contract, what is the seller's obligation if the buyer exercises the option? Is it A. The seller must sell the property at the agreed price? B. The seller can renegotiate the terms? C. The seller can refuse to sell? Or D. The seller can cancel the contract? The answer is A. The seller must sell the property at the agreed price. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The seller is obligated to sell the property if the buyer exercises the option, which might be confused with the buyer's rights. Contract performance, breach, and remedies. What is the primary purpose of a liquidated damages clause in a contract? Is it A. To punish the breaching party? B. To provide a predetermined compensation for breach? C. To allow either party to terminate the contract? Or D. To ensure specific performance? The answer is B. To provide a predetermined compensation for breach. A liquidated damages clause is intended to specify a predetermined amount of damages in case of a breach, providing certainty and avoiding litigation. Which of the following is a common remedy for breach of contract? Is it A. Compensatory damages? B. Punitive damages? C. Nominal damages? Or D. Rescission? The answer is A. Compensatory damages. Compensatory damages are the most common remedy, aiming to cover the loss incurred by the non-breaching party. What does the term anticipatory breach refer to in contract law? Is it A. A breach that occurs after the contract is completed? B. A breach that is minor and does not affect the contract? C. A breach declared before performance is due? Or D. A breach that is resolved through mediation? The answer is C. A breach declared before performance is due. An anticipatory breach occurs when one party indicates they will not fulfill their contractual obligations before the performance is due. A contractor agrees to build a deck by June 1st, but on May 15th, they inform the homeowner they will not complete it. What is this situation called? Is it A. Material breach? B. Anticipatory breach? C. Partial breach? Or D. Immaterial breach? The answer is B. Anticipatory breach. This is an anticipatory breach where the contractor indicates they will not fulfill their obligation before the performance date. In contract law, what is the effect of a waiver of breach? Is it A. It voids the entire contract? B. It prevents any future breaches? C. It automatically renews the contract? Or D. It forgives the breach but allows future enforcement? The answer is D. It forgives the breach but allows future enforcement. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Waivers can be misunderstood as permanent. A waiver of breach means the non-breaching party forgives the breach, but it does not prevent them from enforcing the contract in the future. What is the primary purpose of a performance bond in a contract? Is it A. To penalize the contractor for delays. B. To guarantee the completion of the project. C. To reduce the cost of the project. Or D. To provide insurance for project materials. The answer is B. To guarantee the completion of the project. A performance bond ensures that the contractor will complete the project as per the contract terms. It provides a financial guarantee to the client in case of non-performance. A homeowner hires a contractor to renovate their kitchen, but the contractor fails to start the project by the agreed date. What remedy is the homeowner entitled to? Is it A. Specific performance? B. Rescission of the contract? C. Damages for breach of contract? Or D. Injunction against the contractor? The answer is C. Damages for breach of contract. The homeowner can seek damages for breach of contract due to the contractor's failure to perform as agreed.
If you're finding this helpful, please take a minute to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more practice exams, useful tips, and complimentary study sessions with Birdsey.
General principles of agency. Creation and types of agency relationships. What is the primary role of an agent in an agency relationship? Is it A. To represent the principal in dealings with third parties? B. To make decisions independently of the principal? C. To act as a neutral party between the principal and third parties? Or D. To ensure the principal's confidentiality at all costs? The answer is A. To represent the principal in dealings with third parties. An agent's primary role is to act on behalf of the principal, representing their interests in dealings with third parties. Which type of agency relationship is created by the actions or conduct of the parties involved? Is it A. Express agency? B. Implied agency? C. Agency by estoppel? Or D. Agency by ratification? The answer is B. Implied agency. Implied agency arises when the actions of the parties suggest an agency relationship, even if not formally agreed upon. What is a key characteristic of a universal agent? Is it A. Limited to specific transactions? B. Authority is restricted to a particular field? C. Has broad authority to act in all matters? Or D. Acts only in emergency situations? The answer is C. Has broad authority to act in all matters. A universal agent has broad authority to act on behalf of the principal in all matters that can be delegated. A homeowner allows a real estate agent to show their property without a formal agreement. What type of agency relationship is likely formed? Is it A. Express agency? B. Agency by estoppel? C. Agency by ratification? Or D. Implied agency? The answer is D. Implied agency. This scenario suggests an implied agency as the homeowner's actions indicate consent to the agent's representation without a formal agreement. Can an agency relationship be formed without a written contract? Is it A. No, a written contract is always required? B. Yes, agency can be implied through conduct? C. Only if both parties verbally agree? Or D. Yes, but only in real estate transactions? The answer is B. Yes, agency can be implied through conduct. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Many assume formal contracts are necessary, but agency can be implied through actions or conduct, not just written agreements. What is the primary characteristic of a general agent in an agency relationship? Is it A. Authority to perform a wide range of tasks? B. Authority to perform only specific tasks? C. Authority to act in all matters for the principal? Or D. No authority without written consent? The answer is A. authority to perform a wide range of tasks. A general agent has the authority to perform a wide range of tasks related to a specific business or activity. This is distinct from a special agent who is limited to specific tasks. Which type of agency relationship is formed when a principal explicitly appoints an agent? Is it A, implied agency, B, express agency, C, apparent agency, or D, universal agency? The answer is B, express agency. An express agency is created when a principal explicitly appoints an agent, typically through a written or oral agreement. A property owner gives a friend permission to negotiate a lease on their behalf without formal documentation. What type of agency relationship is likely established? Is it A, express agency, B, universal agency, C, implied agency, or D, apparent agency? The answer is C, implied agency. This scenario describes an implied agency, where the agency relationship is formed through the conduct and actions of the parties, rather than a formal agreement. Can an agency relationship be terminated by the principal at any time? Is it A, yes, without any consequences, B, no, it cannot be terminated, C, yes, but only with mutual consent, or D, yes, but may face breach of contract consequences? The answer is D, yes, but may face breach of contract consequences. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. While a principal can terminate an agency relationship, they may still be liable for breach of contract if the termination violates the terms of the agreement. Fiduciary duties owed to clients: obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, care. Which fiduciary duty requires an agent to act in the best interest of the client, even above their own interests? Is it A, obedience, B, loyalty, C, disclosure, or D, confidentiality? The answer is B, loyalty. The duty of loyalty requires agents to prioritize their clients' interests above their own, ensuring that all actions benefit the client. What fiduciary duty obligates an agent to keep the client's information private and not disclose it to others? Is it A, care, B, loyalty, C, disclosure, or D, confidentiality? The answer is D, confidentiality. The duty of confidentiality requires agents to protect their clients' private information and not disclose it without permission. Which fiduciary duty requires an agent to follow all lawful instructions given by their client? Is it A, obedience, B, loyalty, C, care, or D, accounting? The answer is A, obedience. The duty of obedience requires agents to follow all lawful instructions from their clients, ensuring compliance with their wishes. An agent discovers a defect in a property that the client is interested in purchasing. What fiduciary duty requires the agent to inform the client about this defect? Is it A, confidentiality, B, loyalty, C, disclosure, or D, care? The answer is C, disclosure. The duty of disclosure requires agents to inform their clients of all relevant information, including defects in a property. If an agent fails to keep accurate records of a client's financial transactions, which fiduciary duty have they breached? Is it A, care, B, loyalty, C, disclosure, or D, accounting? The answer is D, accounting. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The term accounting might be confused with financial advice, but it specifically refers to maintaining accurate records of financial transactions. Which fiduciary duty requires an agent to provide accurate and timely information to their client? Is it A, obedience, B, disclosure, C, confidentiality, or D, loyalty? The answer is B, disclosure. The duty of disclosure requires agents to provide all relevant information to their clients to help them make informed decisions. What fiduciary duty requires an agent to act with competence and diligence in their dealings? Is it A, loyalty, B, confidentiality, C, care, or D, accounting? The answer is C, care. The duty of care requires agents to act with the necessary skill and diligence expected in their profession. An agent is asked by a client to withhold certain information from potential buyers. Which fiduciary duty might be at risk if the agent complies without further consideration? Is it A, obedience, B, loyalty, C, disclosure, or D, confidentiality? The answer is C, disclosure. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The duty of disclosure requires agents to provide all relevant information to clients and third parties, while confidentiality involves protecting the client's private information. Balancing these duties can be complex. Which fiduciary duty might be compromised if an agent shares a client's future plans with a potential buyer? Is it A, confidentiality, B, disclosure, C, loyalty, or D, accounting? The answer is A, confidentiality. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. It involves understanding that confidentiality is about protecting client information, which can be subtly confused with disclosure or loyalty. Agency disclosures, termination, and consequences of breach. What is the primary purpose of agency disclosure in real estate transactions? Is it A, to guarantee the best price for the client, B, to inform parties about the agent's representation, C, to establish a legal contract, or D, to provide financial advice? The answer is B, to inform parties about the agent's representation. The primary purpose of agency disclosure is to inform all parties involved in a transaction about the agent's role and whom they represent, ensuring transparency and avoiding conflicts of interest. Which of the following is a common consequence of breaching an agency agreement? Is it A, automatic renewal of the contract, B, immediate termination of the agency, C, legal action for damages, or D, increased commission rates? The answer is C, legal action for damages. A common consequence of breaching an agency agreement is the potential for legal action, which can include lawsuits for damages or specific performance. An agent fails to disclose their dual agency status to a buyer. What is the most likely consequence of this omission? Is it A, the transaction may be voided, B, the agent receives a higher commission, C, the buyer is obligated to continue, or D, the agent automatically loses their license? The answer is A, the transaction may be voided. Failing to disclose dual agency can lead to the voiding of the transaction, as it violates the duty of full disclosure and transparency required in agency relationships. What typically marks the termination of an agency relationship? Is it A, the agent's decision, B, the client's request, C, the expiration of the contract, or D, the completion of the transaction? The answer is D, the completion of the transaction. An agency relationship typically terminates upon the completion of the transaction, such as the closing of a sale, fulfilling the purpose of the agency. In which situation might an agent's fiduciary duty be considered breached? Is it A, when the agent follows the client's instructions, B. When the agent prioritizes personal gain. C. When the agent discloses all material facts. Or D. When the agent communicates regularly with the client. The answer is B. When the agent prioritizes personal gain. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, fiduciary duty involves loyalty and care. An agent prioritizing personal gain over the client's interest breaches this duty, which can be subtle if not explicitly stated. What is a key requirement for an agent when disclosing agency relationships to a client? Is it A. Orally disclose the relationship? B. Provide written disclosure of the relationship? C. Disclose only if asked by the client? Or D. Disclose after the transaction is completed? The answer is B. Provide written disclosure of the relationship. Agents must disclose their agency relationships to clients in writing to ensure transparency and protect the interests of all parties involved. An agent decides to terminate their agency relationship with a client due to a conflict of interest. What is the most appropriate action for the agent to take? Is it A. Continue working until a replacement is found? B. Verbally inform the client of the termination? C. Provide written notice of termination? Or D. Ignore the conflict and proceed with the transaction? The answer is C. Provide written notice of termination. The agent should provide written notice of termination to ensure clarity and maintain professional standards. Practice of real estate. Fair housing laws and anti-discrimination practices. Which federal law prohibits discrimination in housing based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability? Is it A. Fair Housing Act? B. Civil Rights Act of 1866? C. Americans with Disabilities Act? Or D. Equal Credit Opportunity Act? The answer is A. Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act, enacted in 1968, prohibits discrimination in housing-related activities based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability. What is the primary purpose of the Equal Credit Opportunity Act in relation to real estate? Is it A. To regulate interest rates on mortgages? B. To prevent discrimination in lending practices? C. To provide housing subsidies? Or D. To enforce zoning laws? The answer is B. To prevent discrimination in lending practices. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act ensures that all consumers are given an equal chance to obtain credit, prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, religion, national origin, sex, marital status, or age. A real estate agent refuses to show a property to a family with children, citing the owner's preference. Which law is being violated? Is it A. Americans with Disabilities Act? B. Equal Credit Opportunity Act? C. Fair Housing Act? Or D. Civil Rights Act of 1964? The answer is C. Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination based on familial status, which includes families with children. Refusing to show a property for this reason is a violation. A landlord advertises a rental property as perfect for singles. What potential issue does this raise under fair housing laws? Is it A. No issue, as it's a personal preference? B. Discrimination based on marital status? C. Discrimination based on age? Or D. Discrimination based on familial status? The answer is D. Discrimination based on familial status. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the phrase perfect for singles could imply discrimination against families, which is prohibited under the Fair Housing Act's familial status protection. Which of the following is not a protected class under the Fair Housing Act? Is it A. Disability? B. Age? C. National origin? Or D. familial status? The answer is B, age. The Fair Housing Act does not include age as a protected class. It covers race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, and disability. What is the primary focus of the Fair Housing Act? Is it A, to prevent discrimination in housing transactions? B, to regulate housing prices? C, to provide housing subsidies? Or D, to manage housing development? The answer is A, to prevent discrimination in housing transactions. The Fair Housing Act aims to eliminate discrimination in housing based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, or disability. A landlord refuses to rent to a tenant because they have a service animal, citing a no pets policy. Which law might this violate? Is it A, Equal Credit Opportunity Act? B, Fair Housing Act? C, Americans with Disabilities Act? Or D, Civil Rights Act of 1964? The answer is B, Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act requires reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities, including allowing service animals despite no pet policies. Which of the following is considered a protected class under the Fair Housing Act? Is it A, employment status? B, marital status? C, disability? Or D, political affiliation? The answer is C, disability. The Fair Housing Act protects individuals from discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin, familial status, and disability. A real estate agent suggests a neighborhood based on the client's ethnicity. What potential issue does this raise? Is it A, it is a common practice in real estate? B, it ensures client satisfaction? C, it is a requirement under local laws? Or D, it constitutes illegal steering? The answer is D, it constitutes illegal steering. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Steering clients based on ethnicity can be subtle and may seem like helpful advice, but it violates fair housing laws by promoting segregation. Advertising, antitrust, and ethical practices. What is the primary purpose of antitrust laws in real estate? Is it A, to promote fair competition and prevent monopolies? B, to regulate advertising standards? C, to ensure ethical behavior among real estate agents? Or D, to control real estate pricing? The answer is A, to promote fair competition and prevent monopolies. Antitrust laws are designed to promote fair competition and prevent monopolies or unfair practices that could harm consumers or other businesses. Which of the following is considered an unethical advertising practice in real estate? Is it A, using professional photography? B, misleading information about property features, ... C, listing property details accurately, ... Or D, highlighting unique selling points? The answer is B, misleading information about property features. Misleading advertising is unethical as it deceives consumers and violates trust, which is crucial in real estate transactions. What is a common antitrust violation in real estate? Is it A, offering discounts to clients? B, advertising on multiple platforms? C, price fixing among competing brokers? Or D, providing free market analyses? The answer is C, price fixing among competing brokers. Price fixing is a common antitrust violation where competitors agree on pricing, which restricts competition and harms consumers. A real estate agent is approached by a competitor to agree on setting a minimum commission rate. What should the agent do to comply with antitrust laws? Is it A, agree to the proposal to maintain good relations? B, Negotiate a different rate with the competitor. C. Ignore the proposal and continue business as usual. Or D. Refuse the agreement and report the incident. The answer is D. Refuse the agreement and report the incident. The agent should refuse the agreement and report the incident, as agreeing to set commission rates is a form of price fixing which violates antitrust laws. In real estate advertising, which statement is most likely to lead to an ethical violation? Is it A. Spacious living room with natural light? B. Located near top-rated schools? C. Recently renovated kitchen? Or D. Guaranteed investment return? The answer is D. Guaranteed investment return. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, the statement guaranteed investment return is misleading, as real estate investments can fluctuate, making guarantees unethical. What is the primary goal of ethical advertising in real estate? Is it A. To provide truthful and accurate information to consumers? B. To increase sales by any means necessary? C. To highlight only the positive aspects of a property? Or D. To create competitive advantages over other agents? The answer is A. To provide truthful and accurate information to consumers. Ethical advertising aims to provide truthful and accurate information to consumers, ensuring they make informed decisions. Misleading or false advertising can harm consumers and damage the reputation of the real estate industry. A real estate agent receives a request from a client to advertise a property as exclusive, even though it is not. What should the agent do to maintain ethical standards? Is it A. Agree to the client's request to secure the listing? B. Consult with other agents to see if they agree? C. Refuse to use misleading terms and explain the importance of truthful advertising? Or D. Use the term exclusive but add a disclaimer? The answer is C. Refuse to use misleading terms and explain the importance of truthful advertising. The agent should refuse to use misleading terms like exclusive if they are not true, as this violates ethical advertising standards and can mislead potential buyers. Which of the following actions could be considered a violation of antitrust laws in real estate? Is it A. Offering a discount to first-time homebuyers? B. Advertising a property as best value? C. Refusing to work with certain clients? Or D. Agreeing with competitors to set a standard commission rate? The answer is D. Agreeing with competitors to set a standard commission rate. Why this question may seem a bit tricky, antitrust violations often involve subtle agreements or practices that restrict competition, such as setting fixed commission rates, which can be less obvious than overt collusion.
Don't forget to comment below with your tips, challenges, and thoughts on exam preparation. Your experiences can make a big difference for others.
Handling trust funds, escrow, and professional responsibilities. What is the primary purpose of a trust account in real estate? Is it A. To hold funds on behalf of clients or third parties? B. To invest in real estate opportunities? C. To pay the broker's operational expenses? Or D. To provide loans to clients? The answer is A. To hold funds on behalf of clients or third parties. The primary purpose of a trust account is to hold funds on behalf of clients or third parties, ensuring that these funds are kept separate from the broker's personal or business accounts. Which of the following is a key responsibility of a real estate broker when handling escrow funds? Is it A. Using funds for personal expenses? B. Depositing funds into a trust account promptly? C. Combining escrow funds with business funds? Or D. Investing escrow funds in stocks? The answer is B, depositing funds into a trust account promptly. A broker must ensure that escrow funds are deposited into a trust account promptly, according to state regulations, to maintain the integrity of the transaction. What is the consequence of commingling client funds with personal funds in real estate? Is it A, increased investment opportunities, B, better management of funds, C, disciplinary actions against the broker, or D, enhanced client trust? The answer is C, disciplinary actions against the broker. Commingling client funds with personal funds is illegal and can lead to disciplinary actions, including fines, suspension, or revocation of a real estate license. A client gives you a check for earnest money. What should you do with it according to best practices? Is it A, deposit it into your personal account, B, hold on to it until the transaction closes, C, use it to pay for office expenses, or D, deposit it into a trust account promptly? The answer is D, deposit it into a trust account promptly. The check should be deposited into a trust account as soon as possible, following state regulations to ensure proper handling of client funds. What is a common mistake brokers make when managing trust accounts? Is it A, keeping detailed records of all transactions, B, commingling client funds with personal funds, C, promptly depositing funds into a trust account, or D, informing clients about the status of their funds? The answer is B, commingling client funds with personal funds. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. The term commingling might not be immediately recognized as a mistake, but it's a serious violation of trust fund management rules. What is the primary function of an escrow account in real estate transactions? Is it A, to hold funds until transaction conditions are met, B, to provide a loan to the buyer, C, to pay the real estate agent's commission, or D, to insure the property? The answer is A, to hold funds until transaction conditions are met. An escrow account is used to hold funds on behalf of parties in a real estate transaction until certain conditions are met, ensuring security and compliance. A buyer deposits earnest money with a real estate broker. What must the broker do with these funds according to professional standards? Is it A, use it for office expenses, B, deposit it into a trust account, C, return it to the buyer immediately, or D, transfer it to the seller's account? The answer is B, deposit it into a trust account. The broker must deposit the earnest money into a trust account to ensure it is kept separate from personal or business funds. What is a potential risk if a real estate broker fails to properly manage escrow funds? Is it A, increased interest earnings, B, higher transaction fees, C, improved client relations, or D, loss of client trust? The answer is D, loss of client trust. Why this question may seem a bit tricky. Mismanagement of escrow funds can lead to legal consequences, including loss of license. But the question focuses on the risk of client trust loss, which is less obvious.
Thanks for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel for more practice exams, tips, and tricks. And don't forget to visit birdsey.ai for complimentary study sessions with Birdsey, your AI-powered study partner.